Hello and welcome back to Urban Defense Force. We did some underground... There's more underground missions. Okay, what do we have?
Rangers,
I'll keep what we have.
Select a mission. Deploying.
Storm team, your position is no good. There are too many roads and we can't protect you. If you're attacked by the enemy there, it's over. Move.
He gives us good advice. The starting position is good. For running away from. And that's about it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Come on.
Storm team, you're not moving. What happened?
What do you think? They're behind me. Oh, the bug is right behind me, isn't he? See, if I had the stampede, I'd already be dead.
Storm team, what's going on?
Many bugs. Shit. This will deal like 50 damage if it hits me. I gotta keep my distance. Because you get like 25% self-damage.
What happened? Are you okay?
Come on, you know, 200 damage. On normal mode, self-damage is 25%. Do the math, like in the Atari Jaguar, and yeah. I wonder if thicker spider silk would be any more or less uncomfortable than feeling a normal spider silk. Because I feel like the creepy thing with spider silk is the implication that where the silk is, the spider is as well. I don't know. Seems like an interesting way to manufacture clothing after, you know, the war. You keep some of the spiders. Yeah, because they make clothing out of silk. Maybe it's completely different silk, and I am thinking of... Yeah, I don't know. If you can't tell, I'm not exactly a clothes-making artisan. Right, you're over here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you know, something I find quite funny is the fact that oh my...
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip
Maybe.
2 weapons.
Okay,
Select
the next one, yeah.
Deploying.
Let's go caving. But yeah,
This is Ranger 25! 3 men down, including the commander! Ranger 25, Storm team is headed your way. Join them.
Storm Team is just me.
Waiting for Storm team! Storm team, Ranger 25 is ahead of you. Join them.
It's kind of funny, though, how, like, I was thinking about this because it's just kind of interesting where people will have, like, a very specific idea of what a quote-unquote YouTuber is, right? You know, like, whenever somebody thinks of it, it's like, you know, they're thinking of one of a few kinds of people. Like, you know, the Markiplier, the... maybe some, like, kind of streamer type, you know, that sort of stuff. However, if we're going by the numbers, the average YouTuber is, like, somebody who's, like, just making videos as a side thing, as a hobby, fuck, after they come home from work and or school. Because that's sort of the funny thing, right? Like, it is why, like, video essays are kind of jokingly considered, like, you know, an unemployed thing. It's because, okay, to be fair, video essays are fun to watch when you're just, like, you know, in transit or whatever. But, like, you know, when you come home from like, actually jobbing, it's...
Behind this is the Queen's Hall.
You're a lot less interested in, you know, random internet stuff. Granted, I myself have...
See my hands in front of my face.
I'm used to the dark. My hometown turned the lights off every
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could just force some games to have, like, mono audio for the voices. But yeah.
I heard that 8 years ago they found the Queen and killed her. Someone actually carried out this idiot mission? Whoever ordered that is a real monster.
Damn, I am... When did the Queen die? It's not 80 years ago. Would have been really funny if it was, but it isn't. But yeah. So funny story, actually. Like,
This is Ranger 23. There are many casualties. We cannot continue the battle.
Like, oh fuck.
Ranger 23, come back to the surface.
I made
Roger. All
series of bad judgments.
Did you hear something?
They're gonna come from behind too, aren't they? But yeah.
Hey, run!
It's very much one of those sorts of things for me where, like, people don't really care about a lot of, like, at least employed people, right? Don't care about a lot of the online discussion, and even when they kind of do, it's like, when you're employed, even if you do care, like, it doesn't really matter as much, and even if it does, you don't have really the time to talk about it, you know? Because you're doing your job. But yeah, it's funny. But yeah, it's kind of a part of the reason why, because people wonder, like, oh yeah, well, why make videos like, well, because it's fun. You know, if I wanted to do YouTube as a career, I have so many unfinished scripts, which could, like, in theory, if they were hyper-polished, parentheses, if I knew how to write a good hook, could all probably be, like, you know, 6-digit view number videos. Maybe I'll do something with them. However, the thing is that I just... when it's a hobby of yours and not something you rely on, you'll work on something, you know, and whenever you feel like it.
Is to kill the Queen. The Queen is in the deepest hall. Find a way there.
And I understand it's, again, like,
I don't know my current position. Where did everyone go?
things where, like, I don't know, I thought about making more videos that are, like, highbrow. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I need to work on the whole hook thing. What are wing divers doing in the fucking cave? At least, doing this with an aerator was miserable.
I don't know where to go.
Oh.
This is HQ. Don't move carelessly. You'll be spotted by the giant insects. There should be many Ranger team members nearby. If you don't move, there will be a chance to make contact with them. Roger. I will wait here. Oh, someone is coming.
Shit.
Hey, what happened? What happened?
But yeah, it's very much, to me at least, like, and I get it's like, somebody's like, oh yeah, you're trying to, somebody's probably like, accurately assume that a part of this is me excusing my laziness by the fact it's work I do not need to do. It is not, in fact,
Yes, sir.
essential for me to do that. Which is true,
We have sacrificed much to make it this far.
but also,
Complete
like,
this operation at all costs.
you know,
The ones that have fallen.
who gives a shit? It's sort of my thing, you know? And I'll do as much or as little work as I feel like, but mostly little work. Oh god, where is this? There's phase 4, I believe. Oh yeah, just straight open space. Gotta protect the wing divers who are behind me by shooting the enemy. Shit. Oh. Hey, I don't know how much health they have. Decent, I guess. Yeah, wing divers controlled by an AI can sometimes be really good, and sometimes they can just fly into a web and die. Happened to me more than once. Okay, we need to... I can't believe some of these. So what's happening here is, yeah, okay.
Team, your angels in this hell. I'm waiting for someone to show up.
He's here. Yes, sir.
This is Scout 4. We found the Queen's Hall. We will wait for reinforcements and fight together.
Oh yeah, no, oh god. I don't remember how bad the fucking acid shout clouds are in this version. You'll see what I mean. It is like... I assume the queens are here. And if they are, it's gonna be like that one gif. You know which one I'm talking about. It's genuinely a... I know it's a bit of tonal whiplash, but like... It's just... horrific. So, you think it's not that bad. You think, okay, well, how bad could it possibly be? Look, they're already firing the laser shell at them. Wait, I think this may be the break in the road. You don't want to fall down there. Well, the bugs are down there, so maybe I do need to fall down. Oh. Ah, they'll kill me, it's fine. Oh no, it did. Wait, there's a lot of my guys in there, which means this is the end of the mission. I think. This slideshow is
Tougher than expected.
yeah, not easy on the eyes. Oh my god, I just jumped down here and then I see the marker somewhere else. Okay, we have to climb the wall. There's a ramp.
Check out the wing issue.
But yeah, shit, now I thought this was gonna come sooner, and now I feel like an idiot. But yeah, as somebody who does spend like a decent chunk of time on the internet, I don't know, seeing what's been done to it in recent years with like the birth of AI, it's just like, man, I don't know. It's what it's done to small content creators is also like horrible, because like usually they would have okay thumbnails,
Feel like a rope. Storm team, good to see
like
you.
thumbnails which aren't
Let's
bad.
go.
Okay, yeah, this assistance should prove a little useful. Now we go to the Queen's Hall. Okay. So like, because usually you would have seen thumbnails which weren't bad. They're solid thumbnails, right? On like a 500 video or whatever, or less. But now, there's so many people who start out on YouTube will make like, okay, granted, there are slop farms. Well, I'll mention them in a moment, but like, a video that isn't bad necessarily, but then it just uses an AI generated thumbnail, which means that like, I've checked a few of them out and not all the videos are necessarily bad even, but out of principle, whenever, yeah, this is the cloud. You see why I call it that. It's red. It was previously a much more sickly orange. But yeah, like, they went from making a game... Sorry, they went from making videos that had, like, okay thumbnails to videos that just had AI thumbnails. And the issue of that is that it just tells me that the video has no thought or care really put into it. Because if it did, you would have opened up, like, paint.net, picked out a font, and written, like, the thing on screen, and then, like, gotten a cutout of the PS5 and put it on screen. Or, like, taking a picture of the PS5 on your shelf or whatever. I'm just making up, like, you know, video idiot, right? Like, but you could do so much to, make, like, an actually appealing-looking, simple thumbnail. Well, I've made a lot of them. Granted, it's not like I have million-view videos, but neither do, like, most creators who have, like... You know, that most creators who have million-view videos don't also have, like, AI thumbnails, so that's a win in my book. Or who knows, maybe by 2040, I'll have, like, that one potential limitations video be at 40 million. You see why? Okay, well, it's more like it's pissing acid, come to think of it. But still, you see what I mean. It is remarkably problematic. Oh, and there's multiple of them, I believe. Yeah. The issue is that it can stun lock you, and if you're playing as a wing diver, shit. Okay, I just blasted some of those packages into the ether. I'm gonna...
Commander, I'll obey your commands.
Yeah? Well, you think it's over? Just because one of the queens is it, well, there's a second one. Okay, now it's over. What do you mean the fight's not over? Okay, I should have checked what we got. Did I get anything good? No!
Rangers
Got
can
a
equip
fork?
2 weapons.
What about a spoon?
Select a mission. Choose
Choose
loadout. Rate
SD2.
select
What about a
mission.
spoonie?
Deploying.
About Final Fantasy VIII because you're bad at the game and had a skill issue and didn't understand how to play the game. What about doing the same with Final Fantasy X and convincing a bunch of people that the game's a bad one? They're not. You just don't know how to play the... Oh, sorry. I could make so many videos on, shit, maybe that could be my gimmick. Nah, it's,
The motherships
too combative,
are
and
protected
I don't
by
like
shield
being
screens,
combative.
making aircraft attacks ineffective.
In, like, a
but the ground unit close combat
hyper-serious
attacks
sort of
are
way.
effective.
I'm trying to make the bastards wake up. Because they're gonna walk towards me.
Bring it. I'll kill you.
Yeah, also the genocide cannon. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
The issue that I've kind of run into over the years, shit, is, oh wait, they actually stay inside the shield screen. I never liked the genocide gun name, because it's not a gun, is it? It's a colossal laser cannon. Okay, I'm gonna move into here so that the blast doesn't, you know. That's basically a one-hit KO. I don't know how much damage it does. Maybe it does 1,000? So if you have more than 1,000, you can survive a hit? I don't know. Maybe it does 10k. You kind of do need crazy amounts of armor for Inferno. But yeah, there's one of these, let's call them things, right? Oh yeah, you don't kill the gun in this mission. What you do is you just have to wait for it to, I mean, you can choose to go AFK. I won't.
We can't get near the area.
Yeah, you see, it's scared right now. Okay, now it's dead. But it was confused because it couldn't pass through the fucking gate. Yeah, the problem I feel with the genocide gun is that it's a little bit unclear how far away you have to stand. Shit. I'm gonna have to step back. Just in case.
Are you okay, sir? There!
Oh. Well, I was almost in the blast zone. Okay. I don't actually know if that mattered, but like, yeah, okay. It's fucking up. Good for me. Well, yeah, that's not gonna help you very much, Mr. Shield Bearer, when I'm in the zone anyways. Come on. Shit. Shit. It's okay, he can't stun lock me with only one of those guns. Now he's gonna try to run away. However, sadly for him, I think one more reload and we should have him, right? Right, okay, so he takes about... I don't want to say like, you know, two full mags of the RAR, but maybe? Shit. Go away. One of my biggest complaints, honestly, with EDF 5 is that I feel like the bodies stay for like way too long, which makes it really annoying when like I'm trying to get to some piece of armor and something's in the way, you know? So yeah, I am aggroing units and then just hiding them to make my job easier. Sorry, my J asterisk B. I do kind of find it funny how for some people job is like a genuine triggering word that they don't want to hear. Because obviously, you know, I assume to most people, shit, it's a meme, you know, like censoring job in job application, and then it's like the clip from the Boondocks, you know, but it's very much like one of those things where people are really weird about unemployment. Like, some people basically, I don't want to say fetishize it, but almost like, you know, because there are people who are just like really fucking doing that, and I mean, to a degree I get it, especially if you're like living in a, like, it doesn't matter really what kind of country you live in, but especially if you live in like a rural part of America, because living costs are so high now, and rural America is so, it's bad, and like rural America is so big and not populated that like you will just I'm boned, aren't I? Shit. I'm gonna have to, oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't have angered all those bugs. And they keep throwing me into the firing zone. This is intentional game design. Okay. Throw me away from the genocide gun, not towards it. Okay, let's just step back for a little tiny bit. Yeah, okay. Go away. it's one of those things. Maybe not a... Maybe this wasn't such a bad idea.
Send the wing divers to the front line.
That'd be helpful. If it gets the attention off of me... Okay, you, sir, need to go away. There's another one! Where did he come from? Somebody's gonna, like... The thing is, right, this is what I would love from a big fan base. Not even, oh, look at my big fan base, because then there'll be somebody who will actually, like, pause the video, you know, go back, and, like, track down where the guy came from, and leave, like, a snarky comment telling me, actually, at, 21 minutes and 15 seconds, you can see him on the map get aggroed after one of your bullets, like, flew towards him in the general area and, you know, slightly grazed him. And that is delightful. It means somebody's a big fan of the EDF games if they're actually trying to see where somebody is, you know, where an aggroed enemy came from. It's partially why, like, speedrunning has gotten so advanced. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because in a way, something which I've always kind of liked in any kind of, you know, speedrunner distance. Something I've never liked in any kind of, like, speedrunning discourse has been this idea that, like, basically, I don't know, I just don't really like really optimized speedruns. Oh, okay. Because when a speedrun is, like, hyper-optimized, I feel like it loses a lot of what it makes, you know, what makes a speedrun interesting to me. Was this pretty damaged already?
We got one.
Huh.
We got one.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they're here. But yeah, like, when you actually have an already, like, really optimized speedrun, I feel like you lose a lot of that interesting stuff. Because a lot of the, like, improvements go down to... I think Donkey Kong 64 is an interesting example, I'd say. Well, actually a lot of them, but, like, especially when there's, like, any percent, where it will go, obviously, you have any percent, like, no major glitches or no major skips. But, like, that's the boring. You know, that's for a lot of people. You know, everybody wants to find, like, the ultimate, you know, fastest, like, you know, the definitive fastest solution. And I feel like an issue with this idea is the whole, you know, I remember watching, there was an interesting video which talked about how Ace basically, like, almost ruined some speedruns. Because, you know, most people only care about the fastest run. And when you're talking about it...
They ran away?
Yes, they did. When you...
Ground units, destroy the enemies who survived.
Yeah. When you're talking about it from, like, a, perspective of, like, a speedrun history video, right? It makes sense. First you discuss, like, the early runs, then the middle runs, then you maybe cover one or two competitions, basically. Maybe a success that happened at one of the GDQ runs, you know? When I say competitions, I mean, like, you know, sort of like intra-community rivalries, that sort of stuff, right? And then at the end, you start talking about the cool glitches and, like, you know, how they were implemented, and finally, you know, you end off with Ace, the ultimate method. But Ace makes runs really boring to watch, because instead of it being somebody, like, trying to master a game, like, instead of it being, oh yeah, there's this cool boss, you know, this boss who you spent, like, 20 minutes on, you didn't die, but you still spent, like, 20 minutes fighting him? Here's him being one-cycled by some absolute Giga Chad, you know? That's the sort of thing which I find interesting, but when it's like... And then, Scrungle, and then Mr. Scrungle, the speedrunner, ran into the corner for 5 minutes straight. This, triggered an overflow in the last wall touched, in the wall jumping code, which caused an opportunity for an ace to occur. And after after doing this specific set of inputs and throwing the hamburger at the wall, this is really crucial, he gets it pixel perfect, storing the correct position in RAM, which then initiates the credit sequence, because it jumps to the part of the code responsible for loading the credits. And I know to some people that's like, well, that's convoluted, but it's so cool that somebody, you know, but when you actually want to look at a speedrun, it's boring as shit. And when you want to, and, you know, obviously I'm not a speedrunner, but I can say, like, you know, I know that it's really fucking boring for people, because that's how categories die. And to go, like, you know, an extra level from the, you know, what that video said, but I love these little storefronts. Look, actual interiors. That's better than GTA 5 right there. Anyways, you know, when we talk about this sort of stuff, there's always the problem of, like, you know, a lot of the early runs being so unoptimized, especially if they have footage, right? Where you can kind of have some comparisons, you know, side by side, where maybe somebody made a mistake, but it's still a top run. Somebody maybe, you know, how did these two speedrunners go through, like, look at how this guy went through TikTok clock versus this other guy.
Deploy the fencer team as backup.
You know, etc, etc, etc. However, the issue we run into is the more optimized the run gets, the more it's like, so, these runs are, input-wise, nearly the same. Like, if you compare them, they are, like, they're basically plus or minus a few seconds the same run. Or, like, maybe a minute. Oh yeah, he lost a few seconds here or there, which is exciting in racing games, where the runs are, like, a few minutes long. You know, that's why they trade it in seconds, but, when it's a longer game, especially, then it just... I thought I had my other weapon. Good. But, you know, when it's just, like, an ordinary-ass sort of speedrun, it's, like, not as interesting. I want to see the mistakes they made. I want to see how, like, over time, the game growing evolved. But I feel like once it comes to, you know, I want to see, like, the speedrunners say, and, like, not the speedrunners say, but, like, I want to, if I'm watching a video, right, on some game, and it's like, well, how the speedrunning scene evolved, I want to see the routing. I want to see, like, oh yeah, Mr. Florbius decided to go do the Schmunkel level first, but Mr. Glorpius decided to do it last. Huh. Why was that? Well, let's see. You know, that kind of stuff's interesting. You know, why was it? You know, why? How did they route this? Why do they route it this way? And then you have... Jorbus got,
Operation failed. All units retreat.
What do you mean? What do you mean failed? Then you have, like, oh yeah, but, Jimmy made the run in 1 second less time. Hooray. What's an MG-13?
Choose a class. Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Is it a... oh, it's just the newest grenade. Originally found in a sealed crate marked danger. Extremely heavy, making it eventually... okay, that's funny. Whatever, I'll see you next time when we do more of Defense Force 4. See you then, goodbye.